So I'm gonna do a quick video just explaining to you all what a false breakout looks like. So if we go back in time, we will see that QQQ, if we make this chart a little bigger, we will see that we had a trend line here. Let me make it a little bit thicker. And we broke above that trend line, right? So not only did we break above it, but we gapped above it. That's a strong break. That's telling you you're gonna have some momentum, some follow through. So what you get some follow through. You get a nice move higher. Then what happens is you say, okay, I want to play the retest. I want to go long on the retest when we get back down to the trend line area. So what you do is you wait for the pullback. Pullback comes, you're getting a little closer. But what happens is you gap down and open below the trend line and the key level where you gapped up for the breakout. That in itself is telling you that you're probably going to have some downside. When you gap below a key level that was a breakout, that is not bullish at all. So I always tell you guys, the chart patterns and trend lines are just useful as clues to tell you that that there is probably a significant price point near that trend line. That for us was that 319-ish level where we gapped up at to breakout. If you just gap down below that, ain't nobody want to be long on that. Don't nobody want to be long on that. So that's kind of how you piece the clues together. And you did gap down below the trend line itself too. It worked out nicely in this scenario. It's not always as perfect. So what I would say is I would be personally just definitely take note of what a false I don't want to call it a false breakout. I'll say a failed retest looks like, so that you have an idea of how it looks and what a trend change might look like. So if we see more downside, if we flush that 311 there, 312 price level there, 311.80, probably gonna come down to this 308 price level at this retest, right? And if we flush that, we're probably headed to this trend line. I would say just based off the failed retest here, we're probably headed back to this trend line. It's probably gonna be some downward pressure. Say this trend line, I'm talking about this one here that we just made a little bit thicker. So that is in confluence with previous resistance, right? 3 sets of resistance or 3 rejections there. You had one retest, nasty bounce. You come back again. Typically on the second and third retest, I start to think they get a little bit weaker and might start to fail. But this one, we had so many rejections, I would not be shocked to see this give at least two nice bounces off of this level. You see that's in confluence with our trend line price area, and it is in confluence with that swing low anchor VWAP. So that's what I would be on the lookout for. If we do pull back, definitely be careful up in this area. You haven't had a retest yet, really. So this first retest, I would assume that there might be a bounce, but it could just flush straight through. But just be careful here. Just reevaluate the situation here. You're going to reevaluate the situation, as it goes along. Anyway, but you want to pay special attention, more attention when you get up in this area. But for any of that to happen, you need to fail this level first. That 311.84. You need to get below that, and then you get up in here. This fail. You be down that way. From there, we'll probably have a different setup, another evaluation to do. But this is mostly about what a failed retest looks like. If you just flush through here and close below there, nasty candle, and has some continuation the following day, then that will be a failed retest as well. It doesn't always have to be a gap down. So just look out for those things, and just know your levels. Keep your levels in handy, and know when the market might be changing direction when you get these failed retests, because that's how the market changes direction when retests fail. So trade safely, trade carefully, keep your stops tight. This is not financial advice, and hope you guys learned something. Definitely like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on.